Hi, everyone. What a lovely day it is to talk about how to make your sites more search engine friendly, right? We're going to be using one of the key modules in the Business Parkour program to help you understand that what else can be achieved from using the technical aspect of the business to help you develop sites that needs to be more search engine friendly. Because frankly, you can't afford not to have one. Okay. Now there is a let's just have a look. There is a step-by-step guide that goes with this training that will kind of help you to understand what you need to put in place yourself, as well as to understand the bigger picture to see how we can help you to understand what are the basic components of SEO. If you haven't got a copy, make sure you type in the word guide or a workbook, and I'll make sure you get that. Okay, so let's get started, guys. Assuming that you have that, let's start with understanding what is search engine optimization. Now, it's a word that's been used a lot, right? Frankly, it's been used a lot and been thrown about here and there by a lot of web companies, digital companies. But the challenge is there's a lot of assumption around the technicality and what needs to be done and what not needs to be done around the whole SEO. A lot of web guys will sell you the concept that your site is search engine friendly. That's different from actually doing search engine optimization. Okay, so there's a fine distinction between how the site is being constructed to make it more search engine friendly versus actual tasks that are required on site as well as off site to make it more and more search engine friendly, so you are ranked higher possible on the search results, right? So SEO is a process of improving quality and quantity of the online traffic to your website or a specific web page from the search engines, right? Which means quality is your ideal clients, right? People who you really want to be in front of, people who you've designed your website or your whole brand for. They are the ones who buy your product and services. Quantity is simply is a number of people. Instead of getting only few hundred people, why not get few thousand people looking for the same searches, right? Why not them finding you? And that's what search engine optimization is all about. Within that, there are multiple terms that are used, and people often get confused between these terms. So let me just give you a quick snapshot on those terms. Organic traffic. Organic traffic is the traffic that you'll get directly coming to your site if someone searches for anything specific related to your brand. They like you, they'll know you, they click on your profile, and bang, there it is. Keyword ranking. People are searching for specific keywords to solve their problems, or they're looking for a products or services solving their problem. So they look for certain keywords, how to do this, how to do that, or a keyword specific things they're looking for. Okay. Now, if that is the case, each keywords are ranked differently. If your site is full of keywords that are ranked much higher, chances are the site or the page will show up right on the top. If you're using keywords that are not really ranked higher, then the site or the page will also be ranked lower. Okay, that's where the keyword ranking comes in. Sub visibility is simply understanding that if there are 10 customers in the market, that's the whole market share. Out of the whole market share, looking for those specific keywords, how many of those will be coming into your marketplace? How many of those 10 customers in the market will be drawn to your brand instead of your competitors? That's where the visibility or the market share sub part comes in. Click-through rate is simple. I will mix it with the impressions. Impressions is where people will see your brand, how many times they see them. And if they click on it, that's the number of people clicked on it versus people who actually saw your impression. Bounce rate is when people land on the website and how long do they stay on the specific page of the site before they decide to leave the site. Okay. Have they made a decision before they left the site? Have they made a purchase before they left the site? We will find out all those details as we do more analysis around it. Website authority is simply that Google starts, or any search engine starts to rank you, your website, to be an authority or the subject matter expert in that specific area over time. As long as you keep doing a lot of work around it, your page starts to get higher and higher authority as a domain itself. And that itself over time will place you above at the top. Backlinks, these are the links that are designed to come in from other companies which are already quite high up ranked in Google. So let's say, for example, these are good quality backlinks. You can also have bad quality links, which are coming from sites no one knows about, right? So let's say if in your business you use ClearPay. ClearPay is a payment system that allows you to make payments on monthly basis. If your site is also advertised on ClearPay, that's a backlink. Now, ClearPay is very highly ranked on Google. Hence, ClearPay's link to your site will also be ranked really higher. I hope it makes sense. That's your backlink. And finally, page speed is, if your speeds of the page loading is not good enough, well, you are in trouble, because that's where the world is going, and people want attention spam of about like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. That's about it really. So if the site's not loading up, if you've got incredible imagery, the servers are not supporting the imagery, or the imagery is not good quality, or is taking you ages to load all those things, right? All the amazing features, calculators you have on the site, well, you have a problem, because the page speed will be compromised if any of these things are not in line. And there's a lot more detail, but for this training, I'll just keep it short. That's what the things you need to know. Now, if you don't have SEO on your site, you're going to get low ranked pages. That's what you don't want. Trust me, you don't want that. You will be getting no new or unique visitors coming to your website. And that means your site will be limited to only the people that really know about your product or brand. Or let's say they met you on a networking event and that's it. No other person will be able to find you based on what visibility you have. What you want instead is, you want to use SEO because you want to be at the top of the search results when it comes to your game, when it comes to your brand and what it stands for. You want to have more and more unique visitors coming to your site, people who've never heard of you, and bang, they come up across your site because what they were looking for is straight up there. You want those people, because more visitors means more sales from your site. And that's the key differentiation, guys. The more you stop to see your website as an online business card, instead of seeing it like that, see it as a conversion tool to actually increase your business. It's a different game altogether, because then you put the right amount of effort and the money to make things possible. Don't go for cheap stuff. Don't go for cheap websites. Go for something that is strategically thought out to convert, not an online business card. That's one piece of advice I'll give you. Quick shout out to a very good client of mine, Joe. That's not how it looks like now. That's an old picture, but Joe came to me and they have a very popular audio brand, Hi-Fi Audio in London. They wanted to be against one of the biggest brands in the UK, Richard Sounds. And when they came to us, they had a whole host of things going on with their website being all over the place. Right now, we're working on redoing the whole site, but first we took over their SEO. And as we started to work on their SEO front, we worked on multiple factors to make sure they are converting 4 to 6 times more than they are right now by making slight tweaks and feeding in the different kind of SEOs that I spoke about, offsite as well as on-site, along with making sure that the technical side of the website is holding strongly, so that there's no trouble for the Google crawlers or the spiders, they call it, on the web. They shouldn't have any problem to crawl through the website. They should find it easy to crawl through the website. So that's another way of ranking the site higher up, right? And that's a bit technical, but I won't go in there much detail. But here's what we found, the 5 areas we worked on them with. The 5 key principles included, first one of them, which is keywords are your best friends when it comes to SEO. You can't run away from this, guys. You need to know what are the keywords your ideal clients look for when it comes to looking for the solutions you provide or services or products they provide. Once you find those keywords, which keywords out of those are ranked the highest? Okay, you also need to know that, because only those keywords, once they're used across the website, in the code as well as on the site content, you start to get traction of ranking. The second one is understanding that your website is not getting ranked. Each individual page is getting ranked against what the consumers are looking for. So if you're looking for, if your blog post is calling out exactly the problem that people search for, of course, the page will be ranked very high. And if that blog page kind of guides people through and tells them what to do next, of course, people will go on to other pages and the bounce rates will be low and they will close the sales with you because they found what they were looking for. Or you could be one of the sites they came up as part of their research before they make the purchase decision, right? So let's have a look at each individual pages and see if you can make them rank highest based on the keywords which are highly ranked. Hope it's making sense so far. Site speeds. There's a website called GTmetrix, or there's a Google Speed one as well, but you can use GTmetrix to look at the speed of your website. Now, if your website is really heavy and clunky because of how it was coded or how it's done in the past, It's not very much in the new world, or the images are very, very heavy and the server speeds are not matching the kind of things, the kind of quality you want to build on your website, well, your site speed will suffer. And Google really, or search engines really punish you if your site speeds are not good when it comes to SEO. So if that is the case and you realize that, well, actually I'm being graded really low on like D, E, F kind of rankings on GTmetrix, make sure you work with a development team, or you can get in touch with us and we can do that for you to get rid of a lot of the noise, clean up the code, reduce the size of the images, just tidy up the whole thing so it doesn't compromises the speed of the site. Oh, here's another key principle, mobile optimization. Now, as we are living in a very app-driven world, people want to see more and more things on the mobiles, right? So if your website is not optimized for mobile, you are in trouble as well, because if it's a desktop-based website, it's bigger, it's heavier. Okay, you've got more processing capacity on the desktop to look at a lot more features versus what you want to do action-based website on your hand on the mobile itself, right? So mobile optimization really matters. Make sure it's user-friendly. Make sure the journeys of the users are really clear, how you're taking them from the point they land versus to the point where they actually complete the purchase, or they get or they find what they're looking for, right? So that journey needs to be absolutely clear in terms of how you help these ideal clients on your mobile, so it's optimized. Again, you can use a development team to optimize this for you as well. But you can spot these things using GTmetrix as well. They will guide you as to where it's going wrong. And finally, use Google My Business. If you have that option, if you have that, the nature of the business allows you to get people's reviews. The more Google My Business you will use, from posts to events, there's a lot more things you can do behind the scenes on Google My Business. That is a game changer. And I will highly encourage you to use that, because it will only enhance your capability when it comes to ranking higher. Now, these were the areas we worked on with Joe, and what we know about the results is, I did put a post as well, I think it was yesterday, about how he made 20,000 pounds more over the last 4 months just by fixing his SEO, let alone what we are doing next with him, which is all about revamping his whole online offering. Okay, guys, so that's where I will leave you today. Once again, if you haven't got the copy, request the step-by-step guide, how to build your website, or how to look at the site and know what are the key areas you need to make sure are in place to improve the SEO for the site. Okay. And finally, I'll just recap, guys, this simple stuff. Search engine optimization is all playing a game in the hands of search engines. All you can do really is to make your site as friendly as possible to them. If you don't know how to do that, first thing is hire a company like ourselves. You can work on one of the business parkour strategies to actually figure out how to do the SEO part, or you can make sure that you do some research on keywords, identify what are ranked higher, then make sure you plant these keywords across the site, use the different blog posts to make sure you type in exactly what people are looking for, right? And the combination of these things, along with making sure the site is really fast, it's mobile friendly, and all these other options put in place, chances are your site will become search engine friendly. Because guess what? No one knows the code, what Google has in the back, right? We don't know the answer to that. What we know is we know certain strategies actually work. So if you have any questions, guys, please make sure you give me a shout. I'll be very happy to help you. If you want to have a one-to-one, give me a shout. I'll be very happy to show you how else we can help you not only revamp your existing offering, your online profiling, as well as building, and managing a site that is very search engine friendly to bring you more conversions, not just visitors. Okay. With that thought, I'll say my goodbyes. Catch you soon. Bye for now.